It is 11:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Canadian Time, December 16, 2022. And let me bring up the subject matter for this late evening. There. So that's right where I took my thumbnail from. This is Hungry Fat Chick, also known as Candy, who published this yesterday, which is she says it's not. I'll bring up her thumbnail in a minute. She talks about seasonal depression. It ran about for 45 minutes, and I went through the whole thing, and I cut it at the part where she starts talking about her messed up history. And I've always used Hungry Fat Chick as an example. You know, whatever Chantel says, oh, everyone's just fat chick. Chantel, it's like it's got nothing to do with your weight. It's all the horrible things that you do and say, and all the lies and the ugliness that you bring to the platform in spirit. It's got nothing to do with your weight. And so I say, you know, nobody bothers Hungry Fat Chick because she just sits there and tells her little stories and eats. You know, we feel sorry for her that she's so heavy. It's just she doesn't attack anybody. So this is the moment where I took my thumbnail from, and I just brought it closer and cropped it. And so I was checking on Yaba earlier today to see if she wanted to raise the blasphemy that Chantel had provided by wearing the full attire of the faith that Chantel is not a part of, and to see if Yaba was going to deal with Chantel using little kids in a video. And of course, Yaba is giving a pass to everything, right? You know. And so I was hovering over the thumbnail for Yaba's Foodie Booty is not happy live reaction. So you hover over the thumbnail for that, and you get. Hang on, just give me a moment. Doing everything myself here. Dang it, sorry. I just need a minute. So you go to the YouTube Underground, and earlier today, Yaba published Foodie Beauty is not happy in live reaction. The same 2 hours of drivel that she always gives us, because she gives Chantel a pass for all the bad things, because she just wants more Chantel. And over here, I always tell YouTube, please get rid of Chantel because she's evil. And it's now blasphemy against the faith she pretends to be part of. All those things just, you know, don't bother Yaba at all. So I was checking that Yaba was ignoring these latest travesties from Chantel and just referring to it as just a shit show, right? You know. And so you hover over the thumbnail for Foodie Booty is not happy. Foodie Booty is not happy live reaction, and then you get this. That's what's on. That's sort of like the background, for lack of a better term. That Yaba used this. And then Yaba ran somebody else's reaction to Chantel called Queen or something. She says, oh, I'm just going to use Queen's footage. So Yaba's so lazy. She puts up somebody else's reaction with all, you know, those Austin Powers clips and all that other crap that people overuse. So she runs someone else's reaction on top of what you have there. Okay. So, and the graphic design for that matches the thumbnail that Yaba did for the entire live stream. So she had this made up extra and put it there. And then she put Queen, whatever the name is, reaction on top of this. And I was just idly scrolling over it. I figured, you know, why would you say this about her? Then I went and I go checked on Candy's channel, and she's talking about seasonal depression. And then I became really offended by it, that Yaba would do this to Candy. Like what kind of an asshole does this to Candy? Only Yaba does this to Candy. Yaba, you're fucking asshole. Any people team Yaba, fuck you too. Not that there's anybody here. I don't expect there to be. So then I went to it and I checked it out, and we've got about 15 minutes left in December 16th, Eastern Standard Time. And so Candy put this out 2 days ago. So now I'm going to give you Candy's thumbnail. It's coming. Yeah. So it's Seasonal Depression Edition. This is not a mukbang. The day after McDonald's binge. And this was 2 days ago. And she said, this is not a mukbang. This is sad. And it is. So I went through the whole thing, and it would have been a little bit awkward if I ran the whole thing, because she talks about serious things, then she's into the food, then it's serious things, then into the food. Then in the last 17 minutes, she gets into the serious things, and she stays serious for the most part. And so that's what I want to run. And if, the title and the thumbnail attract Candy, I just want to say I hope that you're going to find some happiness within this holiday season. And I hope you have somebody you can phone, as a friend or a helpline or something like that, So I'm going to run this not to make fun of. It's just that it's an example for everyone of the people out there who have a rough time during Christmas because they don't have anyone. And Candy says she's alone. And just to remind you all, one more time of this is what Yaba did, and put it as a backdrop while Yaba put up somebody else's reaction to Shent. Yeah, anyway, enough talking about Yaba's stupid, cheesy, exploitive, mean-spirited piece of. Okay, let's get this out of here. Get this out of here. Yeah, the thing with Yaba is she, I could just play a hillbilly. I can play a hillbilly on TV. Yaba is a hillbilly, So I'm going to run this so we can just have an adult reaction time, which is just hanging around and, paying attention to somebody who's having a really tough time during the holidays. I believe Hungry Fat Chick. I don't believe Chantel. She's a career liar. When Hungry Fat Chick is saying that she's having a crummy time, and, she's alone during the holiday season, Christmas, really, I think it's worth taking a look at. And so let's just run it.
Yeah, but seasonal depression, that's really bad for a lot of people. It's really bad. Especially people that don't have any family. And aside from the kids, I don't really have anybody left, not that I'm close to. I have a cousin that I talk to once in a while. And then I have other cousins that I don't talk to very often. Really not in years, so. And, and they're not even my cousins anymore. They're actually my nieces now. Because my grandparents adopted me, my aunt became my sister, and my cousins became my nieces. Weird family dynamic, but that's just the way it is. But anyway, none of them talk to me anymore, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's not okay, right? She's got nobody for Christmas. What can I say? It deserves attention, and you got some comments. You can put the comments up.
That's okay. They had pretty much left the family anyway. Basically my family is kind of crazy. History of mental illness, like all the way down the line. She had butted heads with my grandfather like a lot over the years, way before I was even thought of, so, well, maybe not way before, but definitely before. So they weren't close. There was times that my nanny and I went to visit her and her family, and he wasn't invited. He was not invited. So
she's putting in those laughs, to get through this story because there ain't nothing funny about it.
It was, I think it was 76.
And I'm not criticizing her for it. I mean, like, that's what people got to do. They just got to, put on a bit of a mask to get this out there.
We went up to Knoxville, Tennessee to visit when they lived there. They don't live.
And, like somebody who makes a lot of, videos like she does, every once in a while, you get something that's like for real. And that's what this is. And so, like I said, I'm running this just to show, like, this is an example of what a lot of people suffer with during the Christmas season.
There anymore. But, so yeah, anyway, so, I just was an extension of all that, I guess. I don't know. But I made some poor choices in my life, and they did not agree with those choices.
Yeah, like that's what I'm looking for, sympathetic comments for this. So people who come in later, right, and watch this after we're done with it, will get something out of this footage, and they'll get something out of your comments. So, you got to comment something like that, type it up, I'll put it up. And that's what we're going to produce together, I hope, with the next, 18 minutes or so, whatever this runs.
So I was disowned, pretty much.
Yeah, I was I was just, providing a bit of, advisement for the comments. Let me pull it back a little bit because she just said something pretty strong, which is she was disowned. So let me pull it back a little bit, and then we'll just.
I just was an extension of all that, I guess. I don't know. But I made some poor choices in my life, and they did not agree with those choices. So I was disowned, pretty much. So, and that's okay. That's okay. My bad, But I kind of didn't even have a choice in those choices because of mental illness and, I just kind of fell into that. I kind of fell into it. It was either that.
When she says she's got mental illness, I believe her. That's a reason why, like, Chantel just makes me so angry when she pretends to have it, to get the attention she doesn't deserve, and to use that excuse for being an aggressive liar on the platform. And it makes things tough for people like Candy. I really do believe she does have mental illness.
Mental hospital, death, possibly prison. So, for my survival, I got into the business I got into back then. People were like, you left your kids for a life of food and porn. It's like, no, I didn't. I left because I needed to. Not just for me, but for them as well. Because I was not well. And it was so bad. The absolute worst of me came out. And they were in danger. So if I had stayed, I don't believe my choice to leave him was selfish at all. I believe I did the best thing I could possibly have done for them, aside from putting them up for adoption into a different family where they might have fared better than they did, which no slight against, the in-laws, but that whole situation, it wasn't healthy either. It was not, but they were loved. And they were cared for, so that was the most I could have asked for. And I just had this, we call it, loyalty to blood, family meant a lot to me, at the time. And I didn't have any blood family left that I could turn to or talk to, or I had the sister, aunt, in that crew, but they were nowhere near me and not able to help me. So, I did the best I could do. I met a guy, I was separated from my ex-husband at the time, and I met this guy, and we got along, and I just ended up doing things I shouldn't have done. I really shouldn't have, but I did. And
Like that's somebody who was put in bad situations, did things they're not proud of, and it's for real. There's like real regret there. Like Chantel, after she went bananas on purpose, it was all theater. Wearing the attire of the religion she's not part of. She put up after she took it down, and of course Frenchie used the footage. They're all faking and all being exploitive. And Chantel went to her community tab, says, "Oh, I'm so very sorry for what I did. Oh, I feel terrible for regret." That's another reason I can't stand things like Chantel, because they're being dishonest in the display of their emotions and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry I did what I did." It's all theater. And if Chantel would just do her theater without exploiting 9/11, kids getting shot in the United States, luring minors into a dirty talking live stream, and now what she's doing now, which is exploiting a religion, then she could just be like the loser that she is. Yet she takes these other things and makes them her own, uses them and throws them away, and YouTube allows her to do it. And so when somebody like Candy is talking about regret, it's for real. It's for real, for real, for real.
I was vulnerable, and yeah, it was predatory. I believe it was predatory. But I became what I became. I was given a new life, and I'm actually thankful for that, because that's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still here. The old whoever I was before then died, and a new me was born, and then that new me has died already. I mean, she's still out there. She's still out there on the internet. That me will never go away, but I'm in my third life now. And as a cat, I have 9.
Even when she's in the middle of laughing, you can just hear this sadness in her voice.
So, what's next? What's next? I'm 50 years old. How much more life do I have? New year, new me. New year, new me. I'm gonna eat a cookie. I'm just gonna sit here and whine. I got two little cookies. I've never even had a McDonald's cookie before, and it's probably not as good as it would have been if I would have eaten it yesterday. Excuse me. Not too bad. They might have even been a little chewy yesterday. No, I mean, I'm not sorry. I was gonna say I'm sorry for being such a downer, and I said, no, I'm not sorry. I have a right to my emotions. I have a right to my feelings and thoughts. And I have a right to be sad and lonely and wishing I could do better for myself. I mean, I know some of y'all are genuine in wishing I could do better for myself. Some of y'all are just plain mean, though. And y'all really need to take a look at your own life. But those of you that actually care, I appreciate you. I really do. Those of you with good advice on how I can help myself, I appreciate that too. Yeah, but you know what they say about unsolicited advice. Oh, God. Oh, and I got extra espresso in there, too. Woo. So it's extra coffee, extra chocolate, and extra creamy. Tasty, though. Oh, so creamy. It almost tastes like melted ice cream, but it's not. Mmm. Oh man, I do wish, or I'm hoping, and I know we'll make it happen eventually, but yeah, I'd love for Rain to come visit. I would love it. The last time they visited me, we made some spicy content for the internet, and we were just cute as could be. Mm. 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 But yeah, I told them that what they cooked on their channel, that looked like my favorite meal. They made some fried chicken, ooh, with a big wad of mashed potatoes and some cream gravy. Oh my God, it looks so good. Y'all go over there and watch. And y'all come back to the comments here and tell me what you think of them. Oh my goodness. Planet with a palate. You know, and you get the gist, you know. I'm hungry fat chick and they're planet because we big. We big people. And we love to eat. I used to cook like that too. I never cooked fried chicken. I'm not good at fried. I'm not good at fried anything, really. And I used to roll around in my kitchen and cook like that. But y'all go give them some love, please. And yes, Rain is a they, them. So please be respectful to, you know, pronouns. I will screw up. I mean, when I'm telling people about Rain sometimes, I'll slip, you know, and I'll correct myself, you know. You know, just be mindful of that kind of thing out there in the world because it does offend some people. You know, some people understand it, and it doesn't just offend, it actually hurts. You know, because people want to be recognized for who they are, you know. And I can appreciate that. But they're about to have another episode drop pretty soon. I can't wait to see what they're cooking. So that's a bright note today. Because I'm very, very happy for them that they're starting this YouTube journey, you know. Just like me, finally getting into the mainstream versus the other realms of the internet that we have abided in before. And I mean, you know, that kind of stuff isn't going away necessarily. It's just, it's nice to have a broader group of people to, you know, interact with, you know, and have community with and whatnot. That makes me happy to be able to interact with like different groups of people than just, you know, you know. But thank you guys for spending time with me today. I actually have a smile on my face now and I feel a lot better. I was able to kind of get a few things out of my system just by talking about it. I mean, you know, y'all are my free therapy. Sometimes. But I do love y'all very much. And I do. I really, really appreciate you. I really appreciate all of you. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, and for Christmas, I'm giving a gift to my trolls and my haters that have been banished into the pit, okay, of, you know, being hidden from comments, you know, hidden from the channel, basically. There's probably hundreds, maybe hundreds. I don't know. I can't count them. I mean, it's the the list. It goes on and on. I mean, I haven't released the Kraken in quite some time. I couldn't tell you the last time I let everybody out, but you know, when you finally let them out, a good portion of them don't come back. They've already either just moved on to other YouTubers, you know, to be nasty to, or they've created new handles to come in and, you know, bust my balls. Jeez. But anyway, I'm releasing the Kraken for Christmas, and we're gonna start the new year with a bang. You know, come at me. Give it to me. Give it all to me. I'll take it. You know, it's whatever you got. It's fun. It's fun to see who actually shows back up. You know, I've had people that I've hidden away and released several times now that still come around. Nancy, I see you. And a few others. There's a few others out there, but Nancy stands out because Nancy's actually come in and she has apologized for the comments before, you know, for being mean and whatnot. And she must have forgot that because she's kind of being mean again lately. And I'm like, okay, who peed in your cornflakes? And I don't know if it's from actual like care. You know, I don't know. They say tough love, but there's a big difference between tough love and just being a bully. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Nancy is a bully, but some people are, you know. Anyway, this is not a mukbang, okay? I'm not even going to say it's a mukbang. I'm going to say this is not a mukbang. This is sad. But I love you guys. Thank you for spending time, and I will see you next time. Bye now.
Pardon me. That's what it kind of felt like. Felt like a little bit like a cry for help. So that's why I ran it. Yeah, yeah, and harmless too. Yeah, yeah. hmm So that was the footage, and I just wanted to run it. That's somebody who loaned for Christmas and telling us that they are. And I wanted to run it here so we could, you know, just have sharing us some opinions on it. And it's like an example of other people who don't have anybody for Christmas. So that's another reason why I ran it. And yeah. So that's it. I mean, I ran it and we had a bunch of comments, and that's it. And if Candy should happen to be watching this, we, hope you do okay over the holiday season. And, if there's nobody there, I'll hope you phone somebody, on a helpline or something. That was a bit of a sad piece to publish there. And if it was a cry for help, then we hope we helped a little bit. And gonna wrap up any second now. That's a sweet one. Got a heart candy from Daniel Baster. Thank you, Daniel. If anyone wants to put something up just like that, a few emojis for candy, I'll put it up, and then that's it. And Sassy Mango says Candy's a sweetheart. Yes. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming by. And if you want to slide by and provide a nice little note for Hungry Fat Chick Candy, please do so. And everybody, thanks and take care then.